We want to welcome everybody to this episode of the Geek Salad Podcast. I am ARYEtheKING. That is GEEtheBEARDED1. Today, we're joined by Herb and also Amore of Blurs and Whiskey. What's going on, y'all?
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
We're going to put some applause in there in post-production so it sounds more inviting. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to edit the part about me saying this out. All right, look. So today on Geek Salad, we're talking about Kanye West, the KANYE documentary. Also, a participant in the 2022 Winter Olympics actually froze his dick off, literally, plus a lot more. Stay tuned.
I'm on the come up, jump up, I pick my gun up. Joe Jackson with trap.
That's right. But first we got Blurs and Whiskey. Before we get anything started off, we want to know more about y'all, so the audience can know more about y'all as well. So how did Blurs and Whiskey get together?
Okay, so I guess I'll start this one off. So me and my homeboy Trey Proper, we started this off, and then eventually, as we posted, because on March the 3rd will be officially 3 years. So right after that, we got our producer. He ended up being part of the show as well. But over time, Amore, Rick Stroh, and Cam made their way as originally started off as special guests, but were so integral in the process behind it that we was like, yo, we gotta bring them onto a show as like real guests. Like they have to be part of the show. 3 years later, we have grown over the years. We also have we're pretty damn knowledgeable. I like to think so. Rita brings so much to the table. I bring the goofiness to the table. Cam is I guess you could say, Rita, would you say he's the smart ass of all of us? But he's very knowledgeable on his shit.
He's the token skinny person as well, because
exactly.
the rest of us got too much meat. So, we gotta, you gotta be, just, affirmative blackness. So that's what Cam does. Cam brings that to the table for us. But what Herb left out was that basically Rick and Cam and I used to help bring topics to the table. We would help produce certain topics. We would help research certain topics for them. We would call in back when we had the call in, and it just was a natural progression because we were just so intricate behind the scenes and also helping with getting outlines and everything for the show together, that it just naturally was like, you know what, y'all come on in, and how would you feel about joining and being a host? And so 2 became 5, and that's where we are now.
That's dope. So y'all been rocking for about 3 years now.
Yep.
It did the whole blurty Voltron thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like
pretty much. Yeah.
5 coming together and shit. I'm with it, man.
So what do y'all have? What are y'all some of y'all aspirations about where y'all want to take Blurs and Whiskey?
You can go first, Rita.
Well, of course, we want our own whiskey. Because we also want to make sure everybody is entertained thoroughly and drunk on Sunday. Jesus made wine for a reason. So that's what we are. We
I like that.
Entertain people. We want to, branch off and get our own whiskey brand. We want to make this thing a national platform, and also just letting other, Black people like myself, to be honest, like who was afraid to even associate themselves with the word nerd. Like, and for a while, I was just like in the closet. I would know stuff, wouldn't comment, wouldn't say anything. And it's like, you know what? I'm just going to let myself finally be my authentic self. And I think that's one of our main things, is that you're not, weird or strange or alone or by yourself. And as you can see about all these podcasts that are popping up and how many friends that I've made just from being finally able and free to express myself, that, there's a movement right now. So we just are happy to be a part of it.
And I mean, just just to piggyback on what Rita said, Amor said, I'm the same exact way. I originally just came in because I like Marvel, and Trey, Rita, Rick, Cam, and even off camera guy, which is our producer. They brought me on to so much shit. I mean, I used to just think like, okay, I guess Dragon Ball Z is the standard or whatever. And then just to look at like Demon Slayer is one of the best ones out there. My Hero Academia, fucking just DC Comics. Yeah, the DCEU is shit at this point, but
wait a minute. Hold up now. Fine words, man.
It's come up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I'm a Marvel guy myself, but still.
But the animated is really good.
Okay.
And I couldn't watch them, but yeah,
it's watchable.
It's watchable. Exactly. It is watchable. Like I could sit down and stomach it.
Okay. But hold on, man. So you ain't feeling Doom Patrol. You ain't feeling Peacekeeper. I'm sorry, Peacemaker.
Peacemaker is probably the best live action.
Okay.
Yeah,
Peacemaker is their best.
But I think Trey put some respect on DC Comics' name, and I think Cam kind of sort of puts respect on DC's name. I put zero respect because no.
Oh, she wanted to smoke. Yo, expound on that. Expound on why you hate DC. Tell them why you mad, son.
To me, I just feel like, and I know Marvel is guilty of this too, but I just feel like there's some, can I say the D word on the show? I just feel like there's some
all the words.
You know what I'm saying? It's
you don't even gotta say earmuffs. You can just
so bad, but you're not. And it's okay. Just stay in your lane and stop giving us shitty content and shitty movies and movies that don't even tell a backstory of your ensemble cast that you just threw in front of us, and we was just supposed to just, know what was going on. It's like you got to tell.
Passionate about that.
Tag me in. Here's the problem that I have with DC.
Okay.
You have all your properties.
True.
And instead of just taking the time out to just, fuck what Marvel's gonna do. We're gonna build our universe right this way. We have Batman, we have Superman. Never mind the fact that I think Batman is white privilege. We'll get to that later. But it's just like, hey, we got so many characters here. We could just make our own arc this way, and fuck what Marvel's doing. We just gonna go and do what we have to do. Stop making 7,000 or 8,000 Batmans. Look, this shit is getting old after a while. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah. I like what's name? I like Ben Affleck as Batman. I just can't get behind Flash just doing this shit all the time.
I see running.
We feel the same.
I see running like that.
I'm like, dude, just run. Just run. It's just so much shit behind it. And instead of just like Rita said, stop copying, just make your own shit. You got everything. Marvel's sitting there trying to buy all the products that they can come and make this shit. You already have everything at disposal. Use it. That's my issue with it.
That's a good point, man, because you're right. Like, I never thought about that. They do own all of the characters. They don't got to, ask Sony or Miramax or whoever. They could just make their own shit.
You have the most useless fucking villains, Condiment Man, Polka Dot Guy, fucking Spoon Man, or whatever the fuck it is, and you're just like, you know what, man, you could be doing so much with this, but you're bullshitting, and that's the issue that I have with DC. We had to find out about Polka Dot Man during what's the name of it? Suicide Squad.
DC should be ashamed of themselves. So
that was hilarious, though. I thought he was there.
It's hilarious, but
comic relief, though.
It is, but I mean, why did it take this long to figure out all this stuff? You could have put that motherfucker in like 3 other shows,
right?
It's just,
and now they're trying to do their own multiverse too. So it's like, really.
Listen, I'll say this: if they get James Gunn to be like the savior of like the DCEU TV shows for like HBO, Warner Brothers, they might have something. Because damn it, Suicide Squad was good, even though a lot of people didn't go out to support it. Fuck them. Peacemaker is my shit. Love that show. And the fact that Doom Patrol is just weird and wacky, period, but it still works. It's like, listen, man, get this man to take care of this shit going forward. I think they have more freedom to do things outside of like the PG-13 movies, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, matter of fact, do y'all have any faith in the new Flash movie, the Batman, or that new Black Adam movie?
Okay. Rita, you want to go first?
The Batman, I'm interested in seeing what Edward Cullen does with his Batman part. I'm interested in that.
Yo, it took me, I ain't gonna front, it took me a second to figure out what you was talking about.
Exactly.
Oh,
because I can go on.
I never seen them joints.
Okay, because so first off, I feel more confidence if he wasn't running like that. Run like a grown ass man.
It's all in the form.
You're running like a 4-year-old trying to play track and field. Just stop. Just run. Second of all, can we just acknowledge the fact, and we've talked about this on Blurs and Whiskey, can we acknowledge the fact that Wonder Woman, and sorry for demonetizing, she raped a man on the second movie. This guy knew nothing about her whatsoever.
I never thought about that.
And because she looked at him as her old boyfriend, because she was stigmatized. Oh, I gotta go ahead and have sex with this guy. Lady, come on, you raped that man.
Not only did she rape that man, but she stole somebody's body. Like, she did what Wanda did in the Hexagon, like where that man had no control over his own self. You know what I'm saying? Like, you took that man cookies. You know what I mean? And because you're cute, it was okay. No, that's not how that works.
Yo, did he ever get his body back? Because I didn't finish the movie.
Eventually he did.
He got his body back, right? And then he like talked to her, and you gonna sit there interacting with this man like you ain't raped him. Like, you Bill Cosby that man. Don't do that.
Oh, damn.
Are we right?
I mean, yo, ain't wrong, man. I never even thought about it like that.
Kind of like the definition of it.
I couldn't finish it. It was too like out there, and it hurt my heart because I liked the first one. The first one was dope, but the second was, you know,
the first scene of this was it 1987 or 84 was good. The whole entire race was good. Then we got that shit. Because I held it to a higher standard, and then all of a sudden, homegirl just turns into a cheetah, and it's just like, it's just, I just wasn't. It was, and then
it's just so much.
I feel y'all pain. I feel y'all pain. Trust me.
It was so much disappointment.
That's my birth year too. Like, I was like, oh shit. The new Wonder Woman is Wonder Woman 84. That's my birth year. The first Wonder Woman was dope. This is gonna be good. I
felt like Tyra Banks after watching that movie. We were rooting for you, and you failed. Miserably.
The best part of that movie was the end credits when they started rolling the credits. That was the best part of the movie because it was finally over. So thank you for that. Best rolling of the credits scene that I've ever had experience and taking part in, because I was so happy it was over. So yeah.
So look, Blurred and Whiskey is guest starring on the show, man. I feel like we should have been drinking liquor by now. Let's go ahead and do a shot. Let's do a shot.
Oh, my shot is in my cup.
Yeah,
so you've been drinking this whole time. Okay, got you. Listen,
you should know. I mean, it should have been in the clause. We are from Blurred and Whiskey.
What y'all drinking on?
We're drinking on everybody's show. I'm drinking Amsterdam.
I'm drinking whatever the fuck is left in this cup, because I had some yesterday and I don't even remember. Tastes like.
Dang, so you just picked alcohol. The cup up that had leftover alcohol from the day before?
I put it in the fridge.
Okay.
I just left it there.
That's cool.
And I brought it out. And I was
alcohol
like,
out.
Remember?
It's perfectly sanitary. Perfectly sanitary.
It's in my fridge. It's a closed seal on it.
That's what I'm saying.
See, it works out, man.
That's liquor.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is an antiseptic.
I got some.
So this is some 1800 tequila, aka Mexican Hennessy.
Okay.
So
I got some non-Russian vodka. So, you know, we're gonna put that to the side for right now. You know, one time for Ukraine.
Oh, God,
It's
let me
not
check and see if
Casamigos.
it's ain't. I gotta make sure
Is
mine
this
is not.
Casamigos?
Yeah, because Casamigos is so overrated. I'm sorry.
It's good, but I don't think it's worth the
It's-
price. You know what I'm saying?
First
I
of all,
think it is a little
Casamigos Gallus is either gasoline or Everclear with a Casamigos label on it. Y'all not gonna act like Casamigos is good.
Casamigos is pretty smooth, man.
Can
We're
I
gonna
be,
put some disrespect on that.
No, it's not. I'm sorry.
What George Clooney at? I feel like George Clooney go bust in like the Kool-Aid man. And
Let his ass burst in here.
Listen.
What's all that shit you talking about? Casamigos.
Look, if he comes in this room, I got words for that nigga. Okay, because I seen Batman and Robin.
Like we ain't forgot.
Oh
If you
yeah,
forgot
the bat card.
Batman card. Look, we got words, my nigga.
Bat nipples. The bat nipples on the suit.
Yeah,
Bat dick
man.
and bat nipples. I did not need to see that at 13 years old, man. Come on. I
Listen,
didn't need that shit.
I'm going to give y'all a little bit of truth, right? For the longest, I thought Casamigos was a resort in Mexico. I did not know it was a drink. I'm like, yo, I want to go there. Everybody talk about, come on, yeah, I want to go there next year. Nah, nigga, you can't go there. I mean, you could, you know.
You don't
Probably.
even want to go to the store there. Okay, just walk past it. Okay.
Question for y'all before we go to our topics.
Mexicans don't even drink Casamigos for real. That's how I feel about it, but that's just me. I could be wrong.
Have you tried the smoky one? They got a Casamigos. It's smoky. Like it's a smoky tequila. Like that shit is. I don't buy it, but I had it at my friend's barbecue. You know what I'm saying? I won't go pay $80 for that shit, but it was like a unique flavor experience.
I tried 2 of them. I tried the Blanco and like the regular, and I'm not interested. I'm good. Casamigos can stay right where it's at.
Okay. Question for y'all is Japanese whiskey a thing?
Yes.
Is it good
Japanese whiskey is a thing.
Okay.
And it is amazing.
I don't know how I feel about it, but it is a thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, funny thing, when we first started Blurs and Whiskey, me and Trey Proper went over to Baltimore Comic-Con. And we seen like one of the vendors and everything. And one of the guys was like, oh, you guys are Blurs and Whiskey? Well, shit, I need to go ahead and make yerds and sake. So, I mean, I'm like, hey, I'm all for the shit. I mean, it's Japanese whiskey, the ones that I have tried. I can't remember the name of them right now. But every one that I've had, I love it. Love it better than Casamigos, I can tell you that.
I would have to agree with that statement.
Okay. Okay. I heard it was like I think I had one before, and it was like similar to Jameson. You know, it was like clear, but it was so damn smooth. I'm like, shit, this costs $50 a bottle. I'm gonna have to invest in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard, I'm not sure if it's right, that the water comes from the mountains of Mount Fuji or some shit. Do y'all know anything about that?
It's not far. I wouldn't put it past them, because every Japanese whiskey that I had was some of the smoothest shit, and I ended up doing some shit that I regret later on because I had too much. So I stand by Japanese whiskey. So
I mean, I feel like if they can whoop your ass in real life, why wouldn't their drinks be smooth? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, put some respect on their name, you know? Okay. So yeah.
Death by 1,000 sips is what I say.
Hey, bro. So when y'all, because you went to BlurCon, right? Y'all at BlurCon.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So first of all, BlurCon this past year was my first con, like ever. You know, I was a con virgin prior to that time.
Same here.
Had a good time at BlurCon, but this is something I didn't account for because I'm not really a cosplayer. You know what I'm saying? Like I dress up for like Halloween and shit or whatever.
Right.
I do a little thing here and there, but I'm not really a cosplayer. There was so many people that I've known from like Instagram, you know, in the community who were at BlurCon that I didn't even know because everybody was like fucking in costumes and shit. Mm-hmm. So I was like, like I wanted to hang with people, but I was like, I don't even know if this is that person. And It was weird, man. Were y'all the people who had the Malort? Was that y'all?
No, but I know we saw them though.
Who was it that had the Malort?
That was Blurred.radio. They do a show out in
Blurred.
Chicago. And let me just say, that shit tastes like gang violence. Like, real talk. It's some shit that I want no part of. I feel like whenever I sip that shit, I just hear it coming around the corner. I feel like fucking Chief Keef is about to start warming up his vocals. That's just some shit I want nothing a part of. I
blame Mike. I'm still mad at him. I told him 3 weeks ago when we did a show together that I was still upset with him. And I know I told you guys a story off camera about how last week, you know, I ended up doing our show and my doctor was like, no, you need to rest your lungs because you got fluid on your lungs. You need to rest it. That fucking alcohol hurt my chest like that damn fluid. Like, that's how bad it was. It was the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life. And it was like an aftertaste that no matter what you drank afterwards, it would not go away. It was just there.
Oh, I gotta try it. I'm there.
Here's the thing.
I gotta try.
But here's the thing, though. If you look at one of the because I recorded the whole entire experience for us, and I put it up on our IG page. If you look at Rita's face afterwards, because she actually had some good whiskey later on, and that taste still was the after effects from that drink still had her like
hours later.
Oh,
and it's just like, bruh, what the fuck is this? It's just like, it tastes like ass.
Like some shit that clean your carburetor with.
Nah, man, that shit right there. And here's the thing, Chicago has a sixth sense of humor because they know that this shit, the people who made this know that it tastes like shit. They get a kick out of doing this, like having people drink it and recording their whole entire reaction to it. So they know it's shit. We know it's shit. And they still are popular because they get the reaction out of people just like, this shit is the worst thing in the world. So
I'll never fall for it again. That's all I'm gonna say. Never again. Couldn't pay me to drink it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Matter of fact, you just passed it. You just passed it.
Shit, let me go back to it. Hold on.
It's the one with the gray diamonds.
Yeah, I feel like we need to see that. Yo, is her whole reaction up there?
It's all of our reaction.
Everybody's reaction.
Go up.
Right next to 118.
Right here.
So scroll down a little bit more.
No, just to the side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
I need an oil change.
Big Herb from Blurs and Whiskey. Like you just said, it started off smooth, and it's just like, I don't know. I just know it went down smooth. It, like, do I need some rocks or something, like some for the chaser? It's just,
it's you just gotta sit with it and think about your decision. No.
I blame Mike.
You might be dying, my guy. Like, I feel like
I can't get
dying
over
and you just don't know.
Like, y'all got how many fucking bottles of this shit?
It's a lot. It's a whole lot.
It tastes like gang violence. That's what it tastes like.
Smells good.
Oh yes, here we go.
I'm scared.
Do it.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Take the whole shot.
Shit.
I want more now.
I don't know.
Is that the whole thing?
It's more. It's
More? Shouldn't even finish. Come on, just.
It's still going.
You got icy. Yeah, you actually got it. You got a chaser. You have a chaser. You'll be okay. You should have known the moment you came around us, you were going to get hit with something heavy. It's going to happen.
My chest never
Having like second thoughts about life.
Tastes like gang violence, doesn't it?
I'm still tasting.
Mistakes were made.
Craig from D Block made
So we want to send a shout out to Mike Stidham from Blurred.radio because he gave us some drink that I was just like, I'm gonna let Trey just drink this because.
So they have been preventing me from tasting this apparently tasty beverage.
Why is it in a colostomy bag?
It wasn't tasty. Not at all.
It's a disposable flask. But where is this from?
It's from Chicago.
Oh,
yeah.
So I'm
There's a chance it may taste like drive-by.
I'm gonna go ahead and get.
We are Blurs and Whiskey, and they got it specifically for us.
No.
You sure?
I'm good.
Are you
sure? Oh, you're good.
You know what? No.
Oh, you're good. Now you got. Yeah, you gonna have me drinking something? Your ass ain't drinking it.
So I'm gonna put it to you like this though. I'm hip with Chicago, so I already know what I'm about to drink.
Oh.
Shout out to Chi-Town.
Don't worry.
Here we go.
That shit is still nasty. Oh my god. It tastes like whiskey and someone took like whiskey and then poured it into a sock and then mixed like some toothpaste.
Is that a whiskey taster?
Damn.
It's like you brushed your teeth and then took a swig of the whiskey sock. That's what it tastes like.
Oh God, this is.
Yo, I need a shot to chase down that shot.
Oh God.
Yo. Shout out to Chi-Town. I'm already hit with
All right. That's yeah. That's
but then
I don't know. I'm rethinking if I want to try it now. I was all gung ho with that shit. Now I'm like, I might rethink it.
Rick Show drank it and he tried to play that shit off like it didn't faze him. That motherfucker was capping. That shit tastes nasty. And he was like, oh, it's just drink. No, motherfucker, that shit was horrible. It tastes like ass.
He had to live up to his Rick Show name. That's all.
He had to. And credit to him. But that shit was horrible.
Yo, shout out to y'all for having the fortitude to actually record content during BlurredCon despite the drinking, because I was just drinking at BlurredCon, fam. I was like, yo, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna record an episode of the podcast, I'm gonna get some interview. No, I was just pretty much drunk the entire time. So I'll do better this upcoming year. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
that was this year. Hopefully we can all meet up, do like a podcasters meetup or something.
Yes, for sure.
I'm gonna say this for real, because that was my BlurredCon 2 years, because obviously the year before
2020,
the pandemic, so we weren't able to do it. But the BlurredCon prior to the last year's was my very first convention, period. Then I went to Baltimore Comic-Con.
Love it.
Went to a couple other conventions. I want to try to see how Awesome Com is going to be. That's at the Washington Convention Center this year. And then they have HBCU Con, which I'm actually interested in going to because that's in Bowie, Maryland. It's at Bowie State University. I want to go there just because I want to see how the HBCU life is with blurredism. I love that shit. BlurredCon is just like I had to go ahead and record it because this is us. This is who we are. Not to mention, I want to retire from my job doing this shit because I thoroughly enjoy just being around my people. And it made me so happy being able to meet people that I see on IG or TikTok or any other, anything else out there, social media. It was definitely a black ass experience that I would hope. I think honestly, I want to see how HNIC Con is going to be because I'm thoroughly invested in seeing how their shit's going to be. But this one right here is the standard for us. Usually you go to like CASACon or Baltimore Comic-Con. It's not made for us. BlurredCon is a big ass family reunion. And yeah, we playing spades. Yeah, we playing Pokemon Go. We playing all that shit. And we're playing Uno. We're also playing Knuck If You Buck, but we're also dancing to One Punch Man. So
that shit was definitely wild. Especially at night. For real.
Yeah, and the theme this year is homecoming. So they're going to be tapping into that whole HBCU experience. And so for, some of our nerds that didn't go to college, you're about to get that college experience at this next BlerdCon. So you should definitely go, because I'm looking forward to it myself. So yeah.
Me too. I like legit regret not going to an HBCU. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was in high school, the whole thing was, what is the best white school you could get into? You know what I'm saying? Like a degree here might look better, blah, 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 blah. If I had to do it over, I definitely would have went to like Norfolk State or something like that, for real.
I went to South Carolina State in Orangeburg, South Carolina. It was nothing to do. And we were next to Claflin University. So shout out to Claflin. They used to hop the gate to come over to our side, because we was definitely more lit than they were. But yeah, like it was dope having, two HBCUs that literally smack that right next to each other. Like the only thing that separated us was a gate. So, I was in Truth Hall. So shout out to all my people who, grew up in the ghetto. That was the hood. That's what we called it, the hood. So yeah, but I had an amazing time. Like that was some of my best years and experiences. Like even songs that they play to this day just automatically take me back to my college years. So yeah, it was definitely lit.
I just wish I had the fucking grades to go to a HBCU, because and ironically, because I didn't have the fucking grades, that's how I met what's his name, Trey and Kane. So I mean, it worked out for the best. But I mean, I would have loved to go to HBCU, because I remember, because I was in band in high school. Our band director went to Virginia State University, and going to the homecoming every year to be in their parade was lit as fuck. We got to perform during that halftime show. I just love the whole black ass movement that's going down at HBCUs. I wanted to see if I could pledge to be a Q Dog. I wanted to see how it is to see the AKAs go and step it out. I wanted to go ahead and see how all of that stuff would have went down. I never got it because my dumb ass didn't pay attention in class. But I mean, I just love to see the experience behind it, because it's something that we need in the world. Because I mean, yeah, if you go to a PWI, predominantly white institute, yeah, it's cool, but you can still get that same.
Are way different.
The experience is everything. It's not the same. Like when Ohio State University says that they're the best band in the land, I call cap, because when I seen Bethune-Cookman years ago, they fucking tore down the house. When I seen FAMU, that shit felt like, oh, okay, I could get used to this.
Right.
When I seen Norfolk State and what's the name, Virginia State, Howard, they tore that shit down.
No. Howard definitely did not, and I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed.
Ohio State compared to
Howard, like a school for the art. Like they have some of the best arts programs, like for HBCUs, and your band is absolute garbage.
I'm not to say that they're garbage.
Fine words right there, y'all.
I'm not gonna say they're garbage. I'm saying compared to Ohio State.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, come on. There's a difference between white bands and black bands.
They might be better now, but I'm just saying from 2003 to 2007, when I was enrolled, Howard's band was not it, like at all, like not it. And my grandma went to Howard. My grandma was a professor at Howard. I'm trying to knock my earring out.
Damn, she's so she's so mad. I don't need this fucking earring.
I went to Howard for a semester, and I was like,
"Get me out of here!
I don't want to go here."
Wow.
This ain't it.
Well, the main reason why I didn't want to go there after my little one semester was it was too many eyeballs on me, like, because my grandmother was a professor still at the time, and I was just like, yeah, no. I just want to be able to live my life, and I'm not going to be able to do that with.
Oh yeah, you know they're going to be reporting back.
Like, knowing my grandmother.
You saw her do this?
I saw her at the party. Let me tell you what she had on. Like,
exactly, and I ain't need nobody running back telling nobody nothing. So I was like, yeah, I'm about to go. I'm
Especially in
out.
college, man.
Yeah. See, I went to Old Dominion University up in Norfolk, so I was always between NSU and Hampton University. So after school, I would go to either one of those two. I'm like, shit, why didn't I go
Me
to
too.
HBCU?
I went to ODU too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
ODU, the parties at ODU, like it was like
they were cool. They were cool.
It was
man.
all right,
They were
man.
cool,
But like you wanted to go to like Norfolk State or Hampton University, to get like our parties. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Exactly.
So you gotta experience a little bit
of everything.
like, a little HBCU experience, even though you weren't enrolled there, but you still got to experience your college years at
I was about to say at least the party aspect of it.
Right.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna lie, those NY people parties, man, like they drink a whole lot of fucking beer, man. But damn it, they get down. Like
beer is still good. It just depends on what beer.
That part.
Because Coors is shit.
Wings and beer.
If I see somebody drinking Coors, I will slap that shit out their hand.
That shit tastes like water, bro. Like
it's water.
Like water.
You gotta drinking Four Locos and drinking some shit like that.
Hold on, no. I will drink a Four Loco. Yes, I will. That's a party in the can, bro.
Nah, man.
You choose
party.
Yeah. Okay.
You said you will drink a Four Loco?
Yes. It's rare that I do it, but if I do it, it's on some stuff like, it's Friday. I want to unwind. I know I'm about to like go crazy with the wife. We ain't got no kids. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're fucking
crack
crazy.
Open this Four Loco.
I'm trying.
Let's make some bad decisions. Let's do it.
You're fucking crazy.
This is true. You're not wrong with that statement, sir.
Kids yet, so I kind of get it because you don't really have that much to live for because you don't have no kids yet.
Oh, wait, what? You had nothing to live for. God damn.
I'm just saying, you're not living right. You living real reckless right now. That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen, man, you gotta introduce danger into the relationship. You know what I'm saying? There's a little bit of danger.
I'm too old for that shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, same here, man.
I want to see my kid grow, and Four Locos is gonna put me in the dirt. I want no parts.
Listen, Four Locos was like the ultimate college drink before you go to the party. But I remember one night I drank a whole can before the party.
Oh, you was
I go in the party, I'm good. I'm like, yo, man, 10 minutes, and yo, man, I gotta go outside, get some fresh air. The minute that fresh air hit my nose, I'm throwing up all over the sidewalk in front of all of the baddies, man. I'm talking about complete meltdown outside of the club. I'm like, yeah, this is the last time. And I was like 20 something. You know what I'm saying?
I did the calculations. You know what I'm saying? The blurry side came. I did the calculations. 1 Four Loco is equal to like 6 beers. Like one Arizona can.
You drink 6 beers though.
You say what?
Can drink 6 beers and not.
But this is what I'm saying though. Like you're gonna drink that can like it ain't nothing. It's like it's condensed down into the size of 2 beers, but it's worth 6 beers. You know what I'm saying? So that's what people be messing up.
So I got a story. Y'all
you gotta hear it. Let's go, Rita.
Y'all gonna judge me about this story.
More.
Facts.
So, when I was in college, we had a party. This was right after finals. We wanted to have a house party. And that was the most lit house party I ever experienced in my life. And I was the one that threw it. I had 2 huge things of Seagram's gin. And we were making people, we was in college, we was broke. I thought I was doing something with the big gallon bottles of Seagram's gin, right? And to make a long story short, people were so tore up that our next door neighbor came over, partied with us, got hungry, decided he was going to go get something to eat, and crashed his car through his apartment.
How the fuck that happened?
Wait, what?
Really wanted that Taco Bell. Fuck everybody's safety. I'm like,
and
wow.
all you heard was the whole house, because it was an apartment. The way our apartment set up, it looked like individual houses, but there was like no one above you. It was like a row of like 1 level townhouses, basically, if you think of it that way. And we felt the whole thing shake. So we was thinking, God damn, is it too many people? Like, in our apartment? Did we burst through the floor or some shit? No, it was a fucking Chevy in the living room. That's what it was.
That's ill.
Have you ever seen
I'm
those?
He was all right though, right? Everybody was cool.
Yeah, he was cool. He was cool. And the part that's wild, you see, you got to know people in high places. My ex-husband, you know, he wasn't my husband at the time, but he was my fiance. My ex-husband's cousin was the one who luckily got the call. He was a police officer. He was the one that showed up to the house, and they just tried to they made it look like it was just like an accident and it wasn't somebody drunk, you know, trying to. So it worked out.
He lucked up that night.
Yeah.
I bet
a
you
nigga like me, I'd have took off on foot. Like, I got
I bet you he didn't get a security deposit back.
Oh hell no!
It was a drunk dude passed out in the bathtub. Somebody got so drunk that they threw their best friend in the back seat of their car and went back into the party because the party was that lit. When he came back out from his car, his friend threw up in the whole back seat. It was so many horror stories, from aftermath, because that's how drunk people were. But the party was so lit. I think we had a 2-bedroom apartment, and it was packed like sardines. We couldn't move. That's how many people was in there. And we ended up throwing another one after that. And it was more people that shut. And I'm like, yo, we can't fit anybody else in the house. Y'all got to go.
Look, niggas was up there yo, y'all got this short. I'm about to take you in the bedroom real quick. You open the door, it's a bunch of people. God damn. There's no room. There's nowhere to smash.
It was wild. It was wild. Yeah, it was wild.
I would say smash in the car, but then again, you might have vomit all over the place.
I remember waking up naked from the waist down, wrapped in the blanket. I was like, yo.
Damn.
Give this woman an award. That means you party. When you wake up and you don't know exactly what, you have an idea. It's if you don't remember nothing, that's bad. If you remember zero, because then anything could happen. But when you only remember a little bit,
you had a good night.
That's a good ass night.
So like I said, I was engaged at the time, right? So I was like, yo, what happened? I was like, you could tell me, because I was a virgin. I had never had sex before. He was like, no, you just came in a room and complained about being hot. He was like, you literally stripped yourself from the waist down. And he said, I guess you got tired in the middle of you taking your pants off and you just laid down on the floor. So he was like, I ain't want to wake you up. So I just threw the blanket on you. This shit was wild.
That is crazy. That is
just to put this out there, because me and Rita are cousins.
Okay.
I didn't need to know that shit. I gotta.
I did not know y'all was cousins. That changes the whole thing.
We didn't know.
That's hilarious.
We didn't even a year and a half ago. So 2 years ago, something like that.
Wow. Small world.
Hell yeah. I got.
Wait, y'all in what? Maryland, right?
Yeah.
Maryland?
Yeah.
Okay.
I live in Virginia now, but I'm from Maryland.
Northern Virginia?
Yeah. Technically it's Northern Virginia.
Yo, look, okay, so I can talk to you about this because you know what it's like, because you're from Maryland, currently in Virginia. Northern Virginia and the 757 is just, it might as well not even be the same state.
No,
you know what I'm saying? It's just different.
And I don't even consider that to be the DMV, to be very honest with you.
We don't either. The 757 is a whole different, thing. You know what I'm saying? It's 757, then it's a bunch of I ain't gonna say country, but roads, and then it's Northern Virginia, Richmond into Northern Virginia, and this is different, man. We just I don't know. It's just different.
Yeah. Basically, when you lose your ability to listen to 95.5, you're no longer in the DMV.
That's it. Where's my station check? What is this? I don't recognize this station.
Yeah.
Right. When I gotta start researching the radio stations, I am no longer in the DMV.
It'll be 103 jams. That junk could turn into some merengue music or something. What is it? That's all. How it go from Jay-Z to it's crazy.
I guess I done made something. I moved up in the world, so I got that good satellite radio. So I'm good.
Somebody
fancy. Pardon me. She's fancy.
I got satellites, radio.
I keep Apple Play or Tidal on repeat, so that's pretty much how I listen to my music. But yeah, because I used to live in prior to moving to the Waldorf area, the Southern Maryland area. I used to live in Alexandria for a minute, and prior to that, I just lived in Maryland pretty much all my life. But yeah, it's like once I met my wife's, my wife's grandfather at the time when he was living. It was just like Rita said. Once that 95.5 is, it's you're not in Kansas anymore. You're not in Kansas anymore.
Northern Virginia more so goes with like DC. Like this that whole like go-go might be popular in Northern Virginia. Like in the 757, we was not listening to go-go. Like we was not. They might play it at the party sometimes.
Yeah.
It won't really big like it was big like further up north.
It's different. Right. But that's like cultures. The same thing. That's like the same thing like about Baltimore in a way. Like, you know how like Baltimore, they listen to their house music and stuff. We don't really get down with that. Like, like some people
it's not time for the party.
Some people really might listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the majority of us is going to be like, can you please turn this shit off? I mean,
like what is happening, right? Like what is going on right now?
It's like for real. We don't need to hit a percolator at this moment. You could turn that shit off. It's not time for it. Just stop.
It's not. It's never time.
Nothing is percolating. Nothing.
Not a
percolator.
Just cut it off. But gee, we don't went completely off the rails. What's the what topics are we on right now?
This is what we do, man. So you know, I mean, it's cool to go off the rails, but I guess to bring it back, let's talk about some of our topics today. And the first one is about this whole Godfrey, throwing shade at T.I., saying some words back. I do have a clip for y'all. So I want us to, watch it, take it in, and then see how we feel about what is going on in this comedy world between rappers and actual comedians. So give me a moment.
T.I. is not funny.
Okay. Well, we're going to see.
I'm not watching what you can't do better than me.
Yeah.
You're not a comedian to me. You're working your way. I give him. He's taking it seriously. I don't know how long he's gonna do that.
Yeah.
But I'm not coming back after I finish my shit.
Yeah.
But they show me so much love in Atlanta. It's just fire as fuck. And we tore it up. Me, Artie, Mike James tore that bitch down. It was fantastic. I had Rodney Perry come.
Speed it up here a little bit for you.
Yeah. And not this shit now. He was actually rhyming. His song "You Don't Know Me." What you know about that? That's what I was saying. What you know about? But he went up and he was really gracious and shit.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me up. Boom, boom. And we did I did a fucking live with him.
Yeah.
And people say there's Godfrey and T.I.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I get that, but I would have.
And as a businessman, Gary, who owns it, he's he's a bit close friend of Chappelle's, and that's his thing.
Yeah.
It's in Atlanta, and then the landlords of that place that own the comedy club, own the space, are these Pakistani dudes. They were all excited.
Yeah.
So it was just a whole.
So it was a good look. To say yes.
That's.
Okay.
I would have loved for it to happen before you went up, though. Like if you could swing thing and you want to go up and do some time, it's gonna be a no.
Well, we can open up. Yeah, right. Why would I? And yeah, he takes care of his children. He does like 6 of them, right? 6 or 7. No, he's. A lot of people think comedy is just this thing you can kind of get lucky on.
Yeah.
Like, nah, dude. I'm talking about the art of comedy, not getting on a TV show because you can look like somebody and get on.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the art of comedy, like joke to joke, bang, 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 transition, you know, fucking.
And also, what a privilege to be somebody that could go, oh, hey, Godfrey, or oh,
But
hey,
he
Donnell,
showed
and
me
just be
respect,
on.
though.
Yeah,
He showed me a lot of respect, which
being
was cool.
respectful,
Yeah.
but it is still a privilege to be able to just go, oh, I'm T.I., I'm gonna get up on a show. Like,
yeah, he's gonna do it.
Part of getting good at comedy is the rejection of comedy.
He's
too.
a rap superstar. He even said, he goes,
no one's gonna tell him
he
no.
said, I'm a rap superstar. I mean, you know, that's what I am. Yeah. You're wealthy.
Yeah.
You have a lot of money. Your catalog, you're good. For your kids are good.
Yeah.
So there's a comic that wants to get on that's just trying to pay his rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
you
know, I mean.
Kick him in his teeth. What do you mean you want to go up? Shut up.
But I know somebody said to T.I., someone said to T.I., yo, you looked uncomfortable. And he looked at him and go, now what makes you think I was uncomfortable? T.I. is a gangster. Fuck that. T.I. is a real fucking, he ain't no fucking.
Yeah.
Yo, so all right, so for the people listening that don't know exactly what happened, basically, Godfrey, who's like a comedy genius, by the way, Godfrey was in Atlanta. He was a headliner of a comedy show. He did his set, you know, to close the show out, and then T.I. comes up to him because T.I. is getting into the comedy world, and T.I. asked Godfrey if he could go and do some material on stage, and Godfrey is like, okay, cool, daps him up, takes a picture with him. Godfrey leaves the arena. T.I. does his thing, okay? The issue then becomes in comedy, it's really not even just comedy, really show business in general, because you could say the same for rap too. If you're the headliner, meaning you got your opening acts, and then you come on and you close it out, nobody goes on after you. So Godfrey gets on his podcast and he's like, well, T.I. got on after me, blah, blah, blah. And you saw what happened, you know, in the clips, right? So I'll open it up to y'all. So like, what do y'all think about the whole situation as a whole? Like, is T.I. right? Was Godfrey right? Like, what are y'all thoughts? I'll open up to y'all.
You can go first.
So T.I. was definitely 100% like wrong to do that. And I feel like if you are trying to insert yourself like into an industry that you don't really know that much about, because you might say a joke here and there and you might get a couple laughs, you might tell a story, you might get a couple laughs, that does not make you a comedian. And just like when, you know, him and Cardi B, they had that like that rapper show, whatever, on Netflix, right? How they were like mentoring other artists, you know what I'm saying, on the game, like the full game. So to me, I think if you're trying to break into something and you don't know the rules, you need to find somebody that's going to mentor you so that they can, you know, guide you along the path. Because like you said, in show business in general, if T.I. is the headliner of the show, do you think T.I. would let somebody go after him?
Oh, hell
Absolutely
no.
not.
Hell no. Hell no.
So what makes you think that because it's comedy, it's cool, but your name is not up? Your name was not the reason why these people are in these seats tonight.
Just to piggyback off that, first of all, I'm just a goofy nigga. I can't make up jokes on the fly. So I already know trying to put material together is hard as hell. Hell, it's just trying to put our show together is a process in itself. So for you to go on there and actually have the balls to go in front of random people and just start spitting jokes. First of all, nigga, we need to know, are you funny? I'm not gonna sit here and say that T.I. can't tell jokes or whatever. He may be one of the funniest niggas on earth that we just don't know about. But at the same time, it's the respect factor of people who put the time and effort in. We look at the greats like Chappelle or Eddie Murphy, Red Fox. They put the time and effort into that. You look at guys like just name what's my man Bill Burr, put in the time and effort in trying to build to how funny they are. They didn't just come up overnight with this shit. They had to go into those bars where they barely got paid and everything. And like you guys said, he's taking money out of other people's hands. Like, dude, you need to be told no every once in a while. And don't nigga, you ain't reached it in comedy, not in hip hop. In comedy, you did not reach the point to where you could come after the headline. Nah, bro, you just can't. I mean, if you want to go on before me and put up a couple jokes and play what you know about that on the intro and outro, I mean, hey, that's fine. But no, it's not your place to do that after the headline. Right. If you want to go before, cool. Not after I just headlined the show. Nah, bro, you just can't. It's like if I'm a comedian and I want to start putting bars together. Nah, I'm not gonna come over there and perform at your concert after you. I'm not gonna do that. Mm-hmm. I need to get my weight up first before I go ahead and perform.
Right.
It's a respect thing, and then I think I would have had more respect for T.I. if he was like somewhere random, like an improv or like a funny moves. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Just like, getting his chops up right before performing with a standout like Godfrey. Godfrey is fucking hilarious, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, T.I. did overstep, using his superstar, badge as like a way to get in. You know what I'm saying? And like I was saying, like if he was performing and Godfrey wanted to spit a couple of bars, whatever, he would not let Godfrey rhyme after him. Maybe during his set, maybe like, yo, Godfrey coming in, I'm gonna pull him out for a second. All right, man, thanks for coming out. Peace. That's it, right? But yeah,
but it's still going to end with him.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a respect thing, man. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not whether you're funny or not. It's like, hey, you got to look at all the people who paved the way for Godfrey. You got to look at the people who paved the way for Chappelle. They put the time and effort in building their craft to get to this point. Nigga, just because you the king of the South, and by all means, Tip is one of my favorite all-time rappers. And in fact, I think he's one of the most underrated. But at the same time, bro, you didn't put the time and effort into those comedy spots like Kevin Hart did, not getting paid or barely getting paid. And you just, because Godfrey there, I could just jump on after him. No, it's not. You got to build it. You got to, shit. There was times when Bernie Mac was like, I ain't scared of you motherfucker. That motherfucker was nervous before he got on there. He put the time and effort to go up to Def Comedy Jam. DC Young Fly. I mean, yeah, the nigga could freestyle it on what's the name, Nick Cannon's show. But I mean, he put the time and effort into trying to build his craft. He ain't just gonna jump on the stage right after Tip and just go ahead and spit a hot 16. Nah, it just don't go that way. It's a whole respect thing at the end of the day.
Right. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I got something to say about that, because really they both was wrong in the situation. It's like T.I. Okay, so let's start with T.I. T.I. was wrong because him being a veteran of the rap game, he knows you don't go up after the headline. So that's why he was wrong, right? Let me tell you why Godfrey was wrong. And I rock with Godfrey. Like, I really like Godfrey. His comedy is good, but like just his takes on, like, you can tell he's a brother. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But this is why he was wrong. He should have schooled T.I. at the event. He shouldn't have waited and been like, okay, cool, yeah, go up and do your thing or whatever, and then get on his podcast and talk trash. He should have gave T.I. the knowledge of like what we do in this comedy thing, because T.I. is coming up in the comedy game. Should have been like, look, T.I., maybe you could come on another date if I'm out here, or you could come to where I am, or you could open, or you could go after the first guy does his comedy, but you're not going on after me if I'm headlining. This is not something that happens. That's what he should have done there. So I can see why T.I. would be a little bit mad, because don't say it's cool for me to go and do my act. It would be like, if you want to take it to rap, me going to a T.I. concert and T.I. knows me and I rap, and I say after T.I. goes up, all right, can I go up there? Can I do this new song? I want to get out there. This is my hometown. He's like, cool, that's fine. He takes a picture with me and everything is cool. And he goes and talk trash about me the next day on IG Live. Like, that's kind of weak. You know what I'm saying? What I will say, though, I like how T.I. called into the Godfrey podcast. I want to say it was probably Thursday. And they talked about it. And they, Godfrey actually apologized. T.I., I don't know if he apologized, but he was, he was like, okay, I see where you're coming from. And they hashed it out, and everything worked after that. So
When you put it like that, I mean, I feel you on that. I mean, yeah, you could have pulled him to the side and schooled him, but it's just like, yeah, I could totally see what you're going, where you're going at with that. Because I mean, if I'm here for the longest time and all of a sudden you just pop on, like, nah, I got pulled. Hey, look here, homie, I'm gonna school you on this shit. And yeah, I feel what you're saying behind that.
All right. But yeah, so hopefully in the future, if T.I. this wants to take this comedy thing serious, like just go to the funny bones, do a couple bars, you know what I'm saying? Get your
weight up, nigga.
Yeah, get it up,
Exactly.
get it up.
And the fact, you know what, too, on top of that, the fact that T.I. is already famous, that's just going to help him. You know what I'm saying? So if you actually be funny, you can skip like 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps. You know what I'm saying? You might have your own Netflix special in like a year or two, and that's something most comedians can't do.
Hold up. Let's not go that
He
far
already
yet.
a funny
Let's
individual.
slow
I
down.
said if you funny, like you got to be funny first. Funny on stage, telling these jokes.
He's already a funny individual, just dropping SAT words every once in a while. So I mean, that's fine.
Right. So what I think, and y'all can disagree with me, I think because comedians have crossed over and done like rap songs, but they've done comedic rap songs. Like, you had like Kevin Hart do his little comedic, rap. You know what I'm saying? You had Little Duval do, his Living My Best Life, I Ain't Going Back. Like, even though, it was a song, but it was like a song, it was a comedic song. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you thinking, nobody's really taking it serious. But when you try to do it on the flip side, it's not going to have the same impact that you would think it would have unless you was really a funny nigga. And I don't know, because I've never seen him perform a comedy skit, but I don't know if T.I. is a funny nigga in real life.
Okay.
He was just like telling stories, man. It won't know. I'm like, yo, what a punchline at? Like,
right.
You can tell stories, but you gotta have like a punch. It need to be jokes in the middle. Like Chappelle is really good at doing that.
Right.
Yeah, like he'll tell jokes. I mean, he'll tell stories, but in the midst of every story, punchline, wait a minute, punchline, to keep, it's not just a dissertation, or a TED talk.
Right.
It's like comedy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know.
Arye is our resident stand-up comedian in the making, so he knows a thing or two about this.
I've done a few shows in my day, what I'm saying? But yeah, it's we're gonna see, man. T.I., I think he'll be all right. Like I really think, and real talk, I think it's one of the situations too. If you're just good, it don't matter what your background is in. You know what I'm saying? If T.I. just get on stage, right, and he's just as funny as Dave Chappelle, it's like if you say something against that and you are a veteran comedian, you're just a hater. You know what I'm saying? You mad because he got to skip all of these steps. But look, he's funny. Same thing with Godfrey. If Godfrey just starts spitting rhymes and this nigga is better than like Jay-Z or better than Kendrick Lamar, or at least on that level, you be like, wow, he can spit. It's like you can't hate on pure talent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think that's
like
one of those things.
Like Jamie Foxx in a way. Like
exactly.
People knew Jamie Foxx could sing, but everybody knew Jamie Foxx like as an actor, as a comedian. You know what I'm saying? And then when you put out, his first album, like, okay, I feel like the respect really, like the shock value was when he was on Twister Song, right? Like when you found out the person singing the hook was Jamie Foxx, you was like, oh, word?
You know what?
Okay, cool. And then when his album came out and it was like an instant banger, people was like, damn, I didn't even know Jamie had it in him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I don't know if T.I. was thinking like that's how it was going to work on the flip side. And it's like, it's not as easy to do it the other way around in my opinion.
I mean, no point, Herb, I think too, like T.I. could definitely benefit or could have benefited from workshopping hhis stuff out. Like he's best friends with Lil Duval. Like why not just like do a little 10-15 minutes, show it to Lil Duval, like get some pointers, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think he's doing it that way, because it like he was just up there telling stories, bro. Like it was, I ain't laugh one time.
since we talking about Jamie for a second, I mean, I just remember that nigga was at the ESPY saying, "I want to be your tennis ball to Serena Williams." That shit was comedy. And then when he breaks out to one of my favorite slow jam joints with Marsha Ambrosius, I was like, "Damn, nigga, you sound better than half the niggas that's out right now." Shit.
He can, bro. He can do like anything in entertainment. Yeah. Like it's crazy.
That's
nigga can act, sing, and tell jokes. Yeah. I mean, he's the trifecta.
Mm-hmm. That's a perfect segue because I was watching the JeenYus documentary on Netflix, and there's a scene in there where Kanye is making his first album, College Dropout, and it was at this point where after the accident, Rockefeller wouldn't open up the budget for him to like make his album, so he had to make like mad favors. So he went to Jamie Foxx's crib, right? And they showed like the beginnings of them making slow jams. Now this is Jamie Foxx, but the big ass fro before he became like superstar Jamie Foxx, right? And
with the S curl, Jamie?
Yeah, that shit from who got a stupid. What's that movie? Who Got a Man or
a mean S curl back in the day. Oh yeah, what's the name? The joint where he bit his hand with Gabrielle Union?
Nah, the one with Jada Pinkett Smith. What was that movie?
Oh, Woo.
Was it Woo?
No, that was
he was not my bad. It was him and Tommy
and
Tommy Davidson. What was that movie?
Oh, Booty Call.
Oh,
that's a Booty Call, right? Yeah. He had that type of hair, right?
Woo, my bad.
Okay, yeah, but it was dope seeing him, like vibing, but like a young ass Kanye, but like hey man, like Kanye was telling him like yo, here is the lyrics, do your thing, and it was just so dope seeing in that moment, like this is where Jamie Foxx became like a bona fide like triple threat, acting, comedy, and music. You know what I'm saying? Like first album was cool, but then once y'all heard slow jam, it was like that's it. He's out of here. You know what I'm saying? But I know y'all haven't seen it yet, but the KANYE documentary is really good.
And here's the thing. I mean, this is from what I heard and took from it so far. Apparently they had this guy that was following Kanye for like 20 something years.
Cootie.
And my thing is this, like I was listening to the radio show around and they were saying like, yeah, you start to look at how Kanye was really a good producer and nobody really gave him a shot. Well, I'm like, yeah, that's the Kanye that we fell in love with. We fell in love with the humble Kanye that dropped out with this swagger that he had and everything. We fell in love with the Jesus walks. We fell in love with It All Falls Down. We fell in love with what's the name? Diamonds by Sierra Leone. I don't know about 808s and Heartbreaks. I'm gonna.
It's funny we talked about that earlier. We were talking about
I don't fuck with that album. I'm sorry. Love Lockdown is the only one, and Amazing was the only songs I liked on it. But that's besides the point. We fell in love with the old Kanye. There's a reason why we call him Old Kanye. We fuck with him on that one. This bullshit.
2016, 2006 again. That's the Kanye.
We fuck with him. This I wouldn't mind seeing if it's just this. Now, this other bullshit that he's talking about, like slavery was a choice, Kanye, I don't fuck with that nigga.
Yeah,
I don't fuck with him.
When he running for president, and I feel like for me, Kanye started going downhill when he got with Amber Rose. And I'm dead ass, like I'm not trying to say like anything like bad, but I feel like that's when Kanye started derailing.
Okay. It's sad because it's like watching the documentary. Like he's still Kanye. Like he's still arrogant, but his mother was always around in the doc. And like every time I saw his mother, like that was his biggest cheerleader. Like she believed in him where nobody did. Knew his songs and everything. And like and every time I saw her, I damn near cried. Cause I'm like, shit, man. Like she was there giving him all of the support that he got because nobody was trying to give him a shot. Everybody was like, you know what? He's a cool producer. Maybe we can.
Beats, they would let him write some songs, but they wasn't letting him rap on nothing. So,
exactly. And they signed him And Dame said, like, yeah, he's a hot producer. And I'm going to admit, I never gave much thought to him being a rapper, but he kept on improving. And then when he played Through the Wire with Pharrell, who still looks like the same after 20 fucking years.
That nigga's a vampire, bro.
He's a vampire.
Gay all day. 2 up, 2 down. That nigga's a vampire.
I saw a picture of a Native American that looked
like he released. I thought I heard that he released Through the Wire on his own without permission.
He did. Yep. He
I think what's her name? Shaka Khan don't fuck with that song. She the only person that really don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
I get it though. That's her joint. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it.
He skewed her vocals. She didn't like the fact that her vocals were skewed. But you like that royalty check, and I know.
Oh yeah, right. Well, hold on. Is she getting it though? Does she own the masters?
Oh yeah. She got to have it, because if she didn't, she would have sued that nigga years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Probably. Well, I don't know. Depending on how much. She probably wouldn't have approved it, depending on how much money it was. But that's the thing. That's the thing with that. I think Kanye is a genius, though, bro. I think it's one of those situations, and I agree with you. Like it's the stuff he said about slavery. Like he be on some dumb stuff sometimes. Like the stuff that he says is like, I really think
sugarcoat that shit. That nigga be on some dumb shit. Don't sugarcoat it for that nigga.
That's what I said. He be on some dumb stuff. Like he be on some dumb stuff. Like it's like But I look at it, aside from that, the reason I call him a genius is because he was a person that, he changed music. He was a person nobody believed in, but he always had this crazy, stubborn, insane belief in himself, right? Mm-hmm. And anything he set his mind to, like he did it. He called his shot. I respect somebody that calls their shot. Like, I'm gonna shoot this from 3. I'm gonna make it. It's gonna be in your face, and I'm gonna win the game. Say you're gonna do it, and then actually do it. What I don't like is people who talk all the trash, who are the assholes or whatever, say they're gonna do A, B, and C, and then never do it. He said he was gonna be the biggest,
best stretch rapper in the game.
He did it. He said he was gonna be a platinum producer. He did it. He said he was gonna be a platinum artist. He did it. He said, I want to sell shoes. I want my shoes to outpace Jordan. Did it. You know what I'm saying? I want to do fashion. He already did. I want to be a billionaire. Like all of the stuff that he said and put his mind to it, and people called him crazy for, like he did it. So to me, like that's inspiring. Even though I don't rock with a lot of the stuff that he says, like, the whole slavery was a choice. I think that's some coonish shit to say. Mm-hmm. But I can separate, his accomplishments and stuff he does, the madness from, you know what I'm saying, the actual good stuff. Unlike R. Kelly, who I can't do that with because he was like legit banging 14-year-olds. I think he's just a piece of shit. And then making a song about it. I think he's a piece of shit. But R. Kelly is a musical genius, but I can't listen to his music. So I'm like, yo, you did some real.
Fuck, I Believe I Can Fly, and that now used to be my number one go to. That karaoke.
See, yeah, I can't listen to it. I cannot listen to it.
Think about. Go read it
real quick.
No, I was gonna say, real quick. You might need to edit this out. Sorry, but like I don't know when, but my boyfriend's gonna need to come upstairs at one point. I thought we was gonna be done like around 5:30 because we started at 3:30. So
cool. You gotta go.
He might need to get something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying when that happens, I'll give y'all a heads up. But I just wanted to.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to spring that on you and be like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
So where the hell we to go?
I mean, real talk. I mean, we can do one more topic and then leave. But real quick, y'all. Question for y'all. My barber plays R. Kelly whenever I get a cut. I feel awkward as shit.
You feel violent?
Should I keep him? I mean, he give me the nicest ass lineup within like 20 miles, man. Should I keep him? Or should I?
That is some pretty good clipper work you got there, bro.
I'm gonna tell you this.
That is an immaculate haircut.
That is pretty good, bro.
Yeah. I will say this. Hey, my man, could you just while I'm sitting here, you're giving me this damn good haircut. Can you please change the fucking song when I come in? Just hey, look, usually they say the customer is right, and I usually say that's bullshit. But I'm asking for just out of curiosity. Can you change that shit for me, and then play that shit as long as you want, whenever. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
I mean, and then he plays the old ass like public announcement 12 play R. Kelly. I'm like, no, that's
not.
Hold on, wait. We got to talk about that for a different reason. Why is he playing 12 play while he cut?
Right.
I gotta light some candles and set the mood. Yeah.
No, but here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you this. This will fuck him up. Let him play 12 play and look him right in the eyes.
Fuck that.
Oh yeah.
That should have changed his fucking mind.
Let's play Russian roulette, aka let's play Putin and see who blink first.
Look him dead in the eyes, and I bet you he changed that shit.
I used to be a huge R. Kelly fan. Like I would listen to 12 play on repeat. You know what I'm saying? Like the R album was legendary, but it was just like, my guy, this whole time you was taking baby cheeks, and I just can't get with it.
And on camera, like brazen with it, like.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm saying.
And then
Boondocks did it best.
They did. When I found out about the original sex tape, I was a teenager myself, and I don't think I understood the magnitude of like what was going on.
You don't.
You know what I'm saying?
None of us did.
And
maybe,
then, like,
maybe some of
as an adult, when I really started thinking about it, I was like, yo.
We watched child porn. Like it was.
Right.
Yo, hold on. I'm gonna have to cut this part out, man, because
can't
say that. YouTube will flag us for saying,
you know what I'm saying?
That word.
Because wasn't that because Rita feels a certain way about what's his name, Mr. Rogers. And
Mr. Rogers was definitely clapping on baby cheeks too. I don't care
don't
what
say
nobody
Mr. Rogers.
says.
Why you say that?
Say Mr. Rogers, man.
Yo, side note.
This
This is right down that alley though, because me and my boy was talking about this last week. You notice you never really see like kindergarten teachers and pre-K teachers. It's, if you think about it, it's rare you see that.
Hold on a sec. I used to be a teacher's aide. I don't want that. It felt weird.
Yeah, it just
that wasn't my issue with him. And I was uncomfortable as a child watching Mr. Rogers, and it wasn't.
Was it because he was so nice and smiling all the time? What was it?
No, it wasn't. No, it was not because of any of that. It was because you came in the house and started stripping. And I was like, no. Why are you coming into the house?
I'm just gonna eat my fruit. I'm trying to be healthy. I'm gonna eat my fruit.
It's a beautiful day in a neighborhood.
Oh man.
A beautiful day for a neighbor, right?
Uh-huh.
While stripping, would you be mine? Could you be mine?
Oh man.
No.
No.
Yo. Can you?
I never even thought about that.
Can you imagine him saying that shit to like an R&B sound? Like, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Now get his Barry White voice.
Beautiful day with a neighbor.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood.
No,
that is a love song. I never thought about it like that. That is a love song. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I'm gonna put the X-Files music right here.
Hey, that's the one thing that niggas will beg for is some cheeks. They will cry. They will write a song for some cheeks.
We do like cheeks, man. We like cheeks.
And you out here singing to me?
Yo,
no.
If pussy was made in a can, nobody would be alive right now.
Man. There'll be no more kids, period, man. It'll be
like, Arya, you trying to come play basketball? Nah, I'm about to open up this can of pussy real quick.
Come get your $9.99 can of cheeks. Call now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, these going bad. It's bad cheeks. Fresh.
Smells a little fishy. It's outdated.
Tuna cheeks.
All right, let's go to our last topic. So we heard that somebody has a thesis, but we have a Doctor Strange movie coming out. And clearly there's going to be tons of cameos in it. But I want to know, who do y'all think is going to be in this next Doctor Strange movie? But I want all wrong answers. Go.
All right.
The Olsen twins. Those are going to be Wanda's variants. Her sisters that are technically older than her, but they're going to play like 90-year-old Wanda because that's what they look like. So the Olsen twins is going to be.
I like that.
Okay, so I got two. All right, so the first one I'm gonna put hologram Chadwick Boseman.
Okay.
And the second one, because this whole entire movie is being recorded in Atlanta. Where is the one studio that is taking place in Atlanta? At Tyler Perry Studios. So I'm gonna say Madea is gonna make her way into the MCU. She's just gonna go ahead and say hallelujah.
I like that.
And you know what? Since my guy likes to force his way onto things, and he ironically was in a Marvel movie, I think T.I. is also going to somehow, some way write himself into the WandaVision multiverse of madness. So
expeditiously. And he's going to have a bunch of long SAT words to say in his part too.
That's perfect too.
You know it.
And he's going to play himself because he did, you know, so that's definitely.
Well, technically he is in the MCU, but
that's
I mean.
What I said. That's what I said.
Yeah, man.
But
so
I think he's going to write a part for himself so he can be a part of the Illuminati. That's what I think is going to happen. He's going to play his actual self. So yeah.
I mean, it's definitely, I can see that. I mean, but just going back on this Tyler Perry thing, I mean, y'all did see what's the names? Cornrows. It looked like Jamal Moore's joint. I mean,
the wigs, man. Why, man?
Yo, Tyler, how he got all that money but can't afford good wigs, bro? Like I feel like he's cutting corners in the wrong things. Like
because it's
not
the
okay.
one thing that everybody is great until they have that one thing that's a flaw that is just out there. Like we look at Beyonce, she's an amazing artist. She can sing, she can dance. That woman can't act her ass off. She can't act worth shit.
Thanks. I would agree.
True.
With that.
I mean, it's true. You're great at a whole bunch of things, but it's just that one thing. That motherfucker he can't put a wig together. You telling me
get him off Wish
in Atlanta?
Get him off Wish.com for real.
You telling me
that's where he got to. He has.
You telling me you're a billionaire. And you telling me that you can't get all those hair stylists in Atlanta? Atlanta?
Exactly.
Good point. Probably make wigs for free just so that their name can be mentioned. But you know.
That's it. That's all you need. That's all you need.
Hell, my wife does hair for a living. I bet you should take a fucking call right now because we could definitely use a couple $100,000 just to do that shit.
I got one for y'all. I think in this Doctor Strange movie, we're going to see this guy pop up.
Oh shit!
Oh, he got the.
I'm talking about the Fantastic Four, and then the old 19. What was this?
1994
thing.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's what I think.
Shit.
That's what I think.
They got the 94 thing. Wow.
You know what though? It's a multiverse. It could happen.
You see? Yeah.
That's some crazy stuff. They did that man costume all wrong. That was bad.
That was just before CGI. I mean, that's the only thing I'm gonna say. It's damn, that was shit.
I'm thinking Doctor Strange is gonna need some kind of magical apparatus, you know what I'm saying, from another dimension that nobody can find. And I feel like, they're gonna open up a portal and it's gonna be Hustle Man from Martin. And he's gonna have one of this. He's gonna have his trench coat on. He's gonna open up the trench coat. I got all the Tesseracts you need right here, Chief. I got this one for 19. Like he's just gonna go off and have whatever they need to solve the day. So it's gonna be Hustle Man from Martin, man. That's my pick.
Now, Brother Man from the fifth floor.
Who else?
Hustle Man gonna get the job done because he got what you need.
True shit. I have one more and then I'm gonna be quiet.
Okay.
I feel like because they need help because Wanda is the Nexus being or whatever. I feel like they should get my man Dumbledore from Harry Potter to come in.
Here we go.
And he will shut all.
Here we go.
Yo, we've never saw it. I think they might revoke our blurry cards, man, but we've never seen none of the Harry Potters, man. It's just a little bit before my time. After my time.
She's about to click off right now. If you look at her face right now, yeah.
Hold on, Rita. Let me ask you, Rita, how old are you?
37 years old. And yes,
so we like to say, really? I want to say I was like in middle school or like a freshman in high school when that joint came out, bro. I was trying to see cheeks and explosions, man. Like I couldn't do it.
Okay, so I was in high school or whatever, right? And at first, I'm not gonna hold you. I did not want to watch it.
Okay.
My little sister wanted to go see it. Then I took her to go see it. First movie, I was like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
It sucks
Second
you in.
movie come out.
I get it.
Second movie come out. She want to go see it again. So I'm like, all right, let's go see. Let's go see the movie, right? So by the third movie, when I took her to go see that, I was invested. I was like, now I gotta watch the whole. Now I gotta watch the whole trilogy. And honestly, the movies get better as the actors get older. And then I also started reading the books. And to be honest with you, I don't know how the hell them books was characterized as children's books because it was a lot of shit going down in them books. And I'm just like, yo, how was y'all saying these was children's books? Just because there were kids playing, you know, a part in this book. This was not a book for kids. I don't care what nobody say.
Books tend to be a little bit more graphic. Like I've seen that in a few different places.
Very graphic.
Herb, did you see it? Was you like a big Harry Potter dude?
I was never a big Harry Potter dude, but because my parents my siblings wanted to watch it, so in order to have family night, everybody has to. It's a majority rules, and Harry Potter won. So I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan, but I am privy to the shit that goes down. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Voldemort pops up in it too. I mean, it's just, it's just at some point. So I mean,
that's Wanda cousin. I can see that.
I can totally see it.
Listen, if y'all talking about Dumbledore, then we gotta have this guy in it, and then I'll let y'all go. But if you're gonna do a multiverse movie, then you gotta have my man up here doing the famous line.
See, that's my level of geekiness. Right? I've seen all the little.
As soon as you see Thanos or Dr. Doom, I'm gonna say this.
Gandalf was my man. I think him and Dumbledore related.
You cannot pass! Gandalf! I am certain to the secret fire, wielder of the flame of Arnor.
Why you giving them a chance to say all that nonsense? Why you even need a flaming sword? You're 30 feet tall.
Go back to the shadow.
I'm gonna have to watch the movie.
Man, he got a whip. He's a dominatrix and shit. Like, come on, man. Like,
I mean,
I'm gonna have to watch that movie again later on tonight just because
it was a really good movie.
But that's when I fell in love and realized that I was attracted to white boys.
Oh, that's what happened.
Like my boy, like my man Orlando Bloom. You know what I'm saying? He came out with the blonde wig and the elf ears, and I was like, you know what? I kind of fuck with you a little bit.
Rita is down with the swirl. Okay, no, listen, do you, man?
You can take my blur card this time because I tried to get into it. I just couldn't. It was too fucking long. I was just
It is long, bro.
But here's the thing, like
that's what she said.
I give respect to homeboy who broke his foot trying to kick that fucking that helmet around.
Yeah.
I was just like when that motherfucker was screaming, that motherfucker was really writhing in pain.
He sold that shit too. Like,
hey, real quick, G, do the joint with the dude froze his penis off, man. I gotta hit y'all thoughts on that joint.
Okay.
Frozen
so
penis,
this
real
is the
quick.
very last topic, y'all. Sorry to keep you up for so long, but there is an Olympic skier by the name of Remy Lindholm. He is a Finnish skier. And for the 2022 Winter Olympics, when he finished his 50K mass skier downhill, whatever, he
whatever the fuck his event was,
he said, yeah, you know, my penis was frozen, and I had to use a heat pack to unfreeze it, but that hurt worse than my penis being frozen. And then on top of it, to throw more shit to it, this is his second time experiencing this same type of pain. So is sports worth that much damn pain to go through every 4 years just to be in the Winter Olympics? To have
I'm gonna take it a step further, man, because I think all he's really going for was a medal. Is there an amount? Is there an amount of money? Sano, how do y'all do this when you drinking and keep everything together? I've been slurring my speech since hour one of the podcast. But look, is there an amount of money that you can? I know. Sorry, I was about to say like we're professionals and shit. Is there an amount of money to where you could do a sport where you would literally freeze your dick halfway off? Is there an amount of money or an accolade that you could have that would make you do that?
Ted DiBiase said, "Everybody has a price." My price ends when my dick gets frozen. I'm sorry. There's no amount of money to try to freeze my dick. It's not happening. I'm sorry. I need that. That is my best friend. At some point, I can't freeze him. Okay? It's just not enough. Look, it's an honor to be a gold medalist or take place in any medal stand. I'm not freezing my dick for that. Sorry. That's where I draw the line. Because it's not like they're getting paid like NBA or NFL or Major League Baseball money.
Right.
I'm sorry. This is not enough. That sponsorship ain't enough for me to freeze my dick off. It's not. It's not. Sorry. It's a hard pass.
And
what I'm getting from this is the homie doesn't really use his penis much. So he was like, I ain't using it no way. I might as well give it for my country. Like, I use mine. Like, I need mine. Like, it's no. It's also going to be a hard pass for myself.
Okay, so fuck that country.
I need my dick. Okay.
Okay, I'm about to say some wild shit. Okay, y'all ready? Because
let's go. We ready for it.
You scroll back up just a little bit to my man's photograph, okay? Because I'm about to tell you why this happened the second time. Okay, number one, he don't have enough for anybody to miss. Okay, I can tell from the outfit.
He might be a grower, not a shower.
No. He don't have enough for nobody to miss. So the fact that you're willing to sacrifice it a second time lets me know that obviously, because you're not getting any play, it don't matter to you one way or another if you freeze it off, because nobody's going to miss this. Okay? Nobody. All right? And if it had enough weight on it, it wouldn't freeze. And that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
Can somebody cue up the what's his name, the Kevin Hart? He ain't got no dick.
Damn.
You don't.
That is just sad. Like,
yeah.
Sad. No, you couldn't pay me. You literally could not. All the money on earth. Like, me and my thing is like this, man. Like, exactly. I never roll over a turn fed on that dude.
And
like,
if he was in a relationship with somebody, look at this. This is sad. My camel toe is bigger than that. Come on.
Bring it back to this. Y'all ever
and then it's like, even if you did do it, why would you admit it? I feel like it's certain things you should just take to your grave. Like, you would never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Why would you tell people?
It's like, you remember that movie, The Little Giants?
Yeah.
Remember when homeboy, they couldn't catch shit? He was like, guys, I just don't get it. I wash you, I bathe you, I put lotion on you, I make sure that you're warm at night. No, I do the same thing. Like, I wash him, I make sure that he looks good for my wife and everything. I put I got Manscaped, so I put the Manscaped deodorant.
You got a routine. You gotta have a routine.
I gotta go ahead and make sure that he's all right down there. There's no amount of money nor no fucking medals enough for me to freeze my shit.
Nothing.
No. I'm sorry. That's why I draw the line. If they come on there, the bridges over there. Yeah, it did. It did.
You take a man's wife before you take his penis, bro. Like, it's you can always get another wife. Like, it is what it is. But like,
can't get another.
Ridiculous.
Ask Lorena Bobbitt's husband how he feels.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wonder how that nigga's doing. I wonder if he's still alive.
He did.
That motherfucker. Apparently, they stitched the shit back on.
Yeah.
I doubt it ever worked the same. I doubt it ever worked the same.
Right. It's probably never going to be the same. But my whole thing is like, I don't care how mad I am at you. I ain't never that mad to just snatch it away. No.
I mean, clearly, you know, Bobby
That's
had
how you end up on the first 48. He killed this bitch. Why he kill her? Because she cut his dick off. Oh, well, that bitch deserved to die.
We understand. We get it. Yeah,
rightfully so. I mean,
that's
she
some
deserved.
first
She
48 type
deserves
shit.
it.
Don't do that. Don't do
She
that.
deserved it.
Die.
All right, yeah, I think it's about that time. I want to thank y'all again. We got once more Blurred and Whiskey coming on the pod today. Let everybody know where they can find y'all.
Glory.
You can find me at @Rita_ on TikTok. It is a TikTok that I was forced to create. You can find me there. You can also find me at LovelySense85 on Instagram. Yeah, that's it. You can find me those places. But the TikTok, if you don't get that much interaction, once again, it was because I was forced to create the profile. It's actually in my bio that I was forced to create this profile. So
that's
you
hilarious.
can follow me on there if you want.
Gotcha.
But she makes some funny shit though.
You gotta force them, man. Yo, TikTok, this real quick for the creators is listening to this. If you ain't on TikTok, get on TikTok. When I say like our stuff grew on TikTok like 4 times faster than it's been growing on Instagram, all organic shit, get on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me on IG, Twitter, and TikTok under Herbitos_way BNW. I also have my own YouTube channel as well called Herbs Blurbs. I give little trailer reactions, video reactions, just give my 2 cents on everything. And I put that out once a week on my YouTube channel. That's Herbs Blurbs. So go and check that out. And on Sundays, you can check us out every Sunday at 12 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook. Pretty soon we're gonna be just going with YouTube. But yeah, you can find us on those for Blurs and Whiskey every Sunday at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, by the way.
All right.
Cool. And you can follow us at Geek Salad Now on Twitter, on Instagram, and also Facebook. Our YouTube channel is ARYE Presents Geek Salad. Till next time, people, don't freeze the dick off. No money is worth losing your penis. Yeah. Yo, thanks for being on the show, man. We appreciate it.
No problem, man.
I'm on the come up, jump up, I pick my gun up. Joe Jackson with trap.